Hello, you're live on the Paul Pluta channel, and today we've got Clive in, and we're asking the question. This is what every wife or girlfriend will say: when do you know it's time to stop collecting watches? Because horology is an endless quest for the next piece. We want the next one that's gonna be our exit watch.
Kind of like that Dornbluth.
Yes. Well, see, Clive, I've already told you I'm not buying any more watches, and I'm already in love with that Dornbluth. That's exactly right. I mean, I don't know what to say, Clive. What do you say? I mean, how do you know when to stop? Tell me this. When the MasterCard doesn't have any more credit left, you gotta stop. When you can't pay rent, when you've deferred bills so that you could spend it on watches and those bills are due, you know you're gone too far. That's how we know you're gone too far. When you refinance, let me run you a few scenarios. This is what I've done. Can I tell you what I've done?
Go ahead.
I refinanced the car that was paid off so that I could get the money to buy a watch.
You mean the one that you paid off just now, or previously?
No, this is previously.
Okay, good.
I applied for 3 credit cards to buy luxury goods. I deferred bills, told them I had financial trouble so I could use that money instead of paying them to buy another watch and pay them off slowly. I
made up a fake movie deal.
No, the movie deal's real. It's coming. The movie's coming. The movie's coming. Clyde, how do you know when to stop collecting watches? Tell me this.
When the money or the passion runs out.
Fool, that sounds like, how do you know when to walk away from a court case? When the money or the passion runs out. Woo! Whoa, that's exactly what that's what you'd say to a client. How do I know when to stop pursuing this? When the money or the cash or the passion runs out.
When the checks stop clearing. Yeah, and
writing bad checks, is that a serious thing in America or not really?
Not really, because we're almost past checks. We're almost become a paperless society. You know, PayPal, debit cards. It's actually causing a financial crunch for a lot of local district attorneys in my state, because really their programs are financed by bad check charges. That was just an outright money grab. And since people don't write checks anymore, they're having to scramble and find alternate sources of income to keep their offices running.
Oh, I see. So someone wrote a bad check, what would you do then? You'd go to an attorney and get them to sue them for it.
No. Well, you can, but that's not cost effective. Certain places have check verification where if you write a bad check to a merchant, the check verification place would cover the check, enter that information in its database, and people wouldn't be able to write checks anymore. So any place that was serviced by that servicing center, your checks were no good.
I see. Until you cleared your bill, of course.
Right, exactly. Other ones used to turn over the district attorney directly, and they would more or less get the equivalent of court costs and legal fees up front, even if the people turned around and paid immediately. That's how they made a ton of money and funded their offices.
So how much would that be? Like, you write $100 check, it bounces, and you're up for what?
Probably 4.
For what? 400.
Yeah.
I see.
Substantial.
See. Don't write bad checks, Clive.
No. Actually,
but now the world has gone to, you either use a credit card or you use a debit card. You're not actually using checks. You're right. Checks have. So Clive, how do you know? When to stop collecting watches? When do you stop collecting watches? When you're in the box. When you're in the box being it into the ground. I think it's time to stop.
Or like I said, or the hunt quits becoming fun. Or you look at the next piece and just thinking, I don't want to do this anymore.
Whew. Let me bring up a picture, Clive.
Okay.
You tell me if you think I've approached that step with this collection here. What do you think of these snazzy critters?
Yeah, it's not a bad collection. It actually kind of works together, believe it or not. Except you know.
By the way, Clive, you know, in this movie that's coming up, I want you to narrate it. Is that okay? Can I give you a few parts in the movie? Yes or no, please?
Voiceovers, yeah, sure, I can do that. I'll just have to put on my reading glasses. But you do need a diver, you know.
I need a diver.
Diver. Two-tone, bluesy. There you go. And I think a two-tone bluesy would be nice. It'd bring a little color to the collection. You don't have any two-tones, so it would kind of break up the, what is it, the 5 steels and the 1 gold. It would kind of transition from one to the other. Yeah, and a little bit of, yeah. And it's kind of amazing when you think about it, because you actually, right now it's 3 blacks and 3 whites.
Was that a racist joke?
No, it's not. No, I'm just making a factual comment. You have 3 white dials and 3 black dials. And a blue would
be perfect.
Not disrupt the balance.
I need a dial, but the only problem is where the bluesy comes out is I can only have 1 brand per watch.
Right. Shooter. I mean, I hate to say Tudor Black Bay, but
I know. Yeah, Clive, let me talk to you. Clive. In the movie, I want to get you to sort of. I want to get you to get some speaking role in this movie. Is that possible or not?
Yeah, you'd actually have to send me the script, which means you'd have to write it.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do, Clive. After we do this video, what time is it where you are?
9:00 p.m.
Okay. Once we finish this video, right?
Right.
We're going to do a live show, but viewers, this is actually going to be a movie take, so it's not going to be for public display. So you can sit there and watch, but this is so I can get some recordings for the channel, okay? Is that okay, Clive?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So we'll do that after this video, okay?
Yeah. So anyway, when it's time to stop collecting watches, when you run out of funds, and that's me even more of a temporary hiatus, really. It's just if you just get to the point where it's just like I've had enough, or I'm good with what I've got.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? I want some honest advice from you, right?
Right.
Do you think I've got 6 watches now? Do you think I've got a little bit of money coming in the next 2 weeks, right?
From the movie, right?
From the movie, okay. I was actually going to put that into a term deposit for my long-term future. Actually, I was going to buy some shares in a managed fund, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I was going to buy some shares in a managed fund. Very, very safe. It goes very, very safe. I was going to put it away for a rainy day, that $1,000. Right. Or should I buy a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage?
Well,
tell me honestly. Just be honest with me, Archie. Just be honest with me, because
I think you should buy the Breitling. I think you should buy the Breitling Diver, because then you would end the movie with 0 funds.
What is the difference between a Heritage 2 and a normal Heritage Super Ocean?
I think it's a bit bigger, really. It might have the new movement.
I thought it might be the Tudor movement, and they've moved the date from the 6 to the 9, to 6 to the 3 to the 6 position.
Yeah, I'd rather have a 3.
I think I might be better off to wait a while until they come down. More of them are on the second-hand market.
Always good advice. Always good advice, especially for a Breitling. Always
Clive,
good advice.
You're saying to me I should keep that money up my sleeve. Is that what you're saying? You do agree with that?
Good idea, yeah.
Because I have absolutely no money, Clive. Absolutely no savings. Absolutely nothing. I've just bought watches. I don't know what's wrong with me, Clive.
Well, you're maybe you're bored with your collection. Maybe you need something to do. Maybe
how do you know when to stop collecting? Let me ask you this, okay? In my case, I'm actually comfortable. I feel comfortable. I still want more watches. I still want. I could add one of those German watches if I get it at a good price. I would add one. I would add one. Okay. I would also add a. I'd love to add a.
Hand, with the exception of the Patek, you have nothing but still sports stunners.
Yes. Is that wrong? What's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with it, but the Dornbluth, I don't know if it would fit in well or not. It's a lovely watch. The
IWC is sort of a crossover between smart, casual, and sports, isn't it? It's not really a sports watch, is it?
Well, is the Milgauss a sports watch? Is
yes,
science
it is.
a sport?
Yes, it is.
Science a sport?
Did you ever see Revenge of the Nerds? Did you not ever see Revenge of the Nerds?
I lived Revenge of the Nerds.
That was such a great movie, don't you think?
It was.
And did you know that girl they were peeking on?
Right.
You know, the one who they always was the head cheerleader.
Right.
That's the girl from Sex in the City later on. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, or not?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I didn't think I never thought about that, but that's correct. Now, if you had the choice, would you, if you could buy the Breitling immediately or wait for the Dornbluth, what would you choose? Save up a bit more.
Dornbluth, whatever I could get fast. I just need to get that. It's like cocaine. I need that hit. I need it. I need it. Okay. I need it now. I just need it. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, perfectly. And actually, for compulsive behaviors, it usually releases endorphins, which is similar to drug use.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. It's What would you do? What are you lusting after? What are you lusting after? Talk to me, Clive. What are you lusting after?
There's nothing really. It's really just disinterested bargain shopping, really. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a GMT. I wouldn't mind a Coke or a Pepsi. I'm not going to pay through the ass for it, but
no, yeah. You really haven't done anything there. I don't understand why you I don't understand what went wrong. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, it's not. You know, I already have a vintage GMT. So yeah, but the trouble is, I think there's appreciation curves on watches, and I might have come to the party a little bit might be coming to the party too late to the Cokes and Pepsis.
Oh, I see.
You know, it's a lot easier to get on the horse when it's still in the stable.
Yes. And, yeah. Sorry. Can I please just apologize quickly there? I made a mistake. Okay. The lady I'm talking about is Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also a mannequin.
No, she wasn't in. She wasn't in. Just hang on there. Sorry.
No, she was in Mannequin. I do know that one.
Sorry there. I just forgot to tell you. Sorry, Kim Cattrall was not in Revenge of the Nerds. Cattrall was in Porky's. She was Miss Lynn Lassie Honeywell. That was such a great movie, don't you think? Porky's.
Oh,
you remember the Porky's movie? They don't make movies like that anymore, do they?
No, it was a simpler time back then.
No internet. That was the way,
nope.
Clive. That was the way.
Yeah.
How do you know when to stop? Tell me this. In my case, there, right? I want a diver. I do want to add more watches, but I've decided to. What I'm going to do is, well, I'll tell you what's happened to me in the past when I've bought a whole lot of watches in one go. You end up adding shitters as filler. I don't have any filler in my collection at the moment. You see.
Sure.
So I want to slow down and say, hang on a minute, Archie. You started off the year with 4 watches, okay? 4 watches.
Flip the Polar Explorer and buy a Note 8 sub.
But I need a GMT function watch. No, I don't. I got the world time. That's the ultimate GMT. The world time is the ultimate GMT.
That's correct.
It's superfluous. See, I've added 2. I've added 2 watches this year. I know I basically swapped the gold sub for the world time. So that's kind of just a sideways move, okay?
Right. And the Breguet, on the other hand, is superfluous as well because you already have a chronograph.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I'd say, yeah.
Do you think my collection, because I've got the Breguet, could I get rid of the world time and not replace it with anything?
That's also that's tough. I think you'd still want a gold watch, and trouble is the Breguet is kind of like the rug in the Big Lebowski. It kind of ties the whole room together.
How do you know when to stop? What makes you stop? You basically stopped yourself. You're not buying a lot of stuff unless it's a bargain or it's a lower price. You buy a lower price, but you've really slowed down with big heavy hitters, haven't you? Let's be honest.
Yeah, actually, I really have because it's
the only heavy hitter you really want that you haven't got is the GMT Pepsi, but you've already got a two-tone GMT. That's why you're holding out for a good price one, isn't it? You don't really have to have it, do you?
Well, right, and and like I said, there's an appreciation curve, and I may have got to the party too late. And I actually think while we're talking about it, I think the days of the relatively cheap Polar Explorers, at least from what I'm seeing, are gone. I think everyone's kind of caught on to it. These days, you can't really find a Polar Explorer. Yeah, if you see one in my neck of the woods, they're damn near Submariner money. And if it's a choice for the same money between getting a Explorer 2 or all but adding a couple $100 and getting a Submariner, that's no contest. Submariner wins every time.
How do you know when? In my case, I kind of feel content. I got enough. I love my watches. My watch box is full of steel stunners. Steel stunners.
Then enjoy what you have. Enjoy what you have. And like I said, I mean, in a lot of ways, my military watches are kind of relatively cheap thrills. Still like them. Still think I'm happy. Happy with the purchases.
Yes.
I still think I did fairly well with them.
Clive, I'm going to wrap this one up now. Are you going to give me a 5 to 10 minute break, and we'll be back on again with just a secret movie recording video?
All right.
Is that okay?
Is this
going to be what?
Is it going to be on the channel, or is it just going to be private?
No, it's going to be on the channel. People can watch it. Okay. That's why I'm announcing it, Clive.
Oh, well, that's true. I guess, yeah.
So people can see behind the scenes.
All right. I need to go get my gay reading glasses on. So
you don't have to read anything, Clive. I'm going to give you the script verbally, and then you can just paraphrase it.
Okay, we'll try it out.
Okay, give me 5-10 minutes.
Sounds great.